Close your eyes and settle in. Tonight's story is called, My Wife Thinks the Camera Has a Glitch. I know what the glitch looks like. I dated her for 2 years. I need to write this down before I lose my nerve or my mind or both. Good night. Good night. My wife's name is Hannah. She is the kindest person I have ever known. She laughs at her own jokes before she finishes telling them. She folds the corner of book pages instead of using bookmarks even though she knows it drives me insane. She takes exactly 4 minutes in the morning to decide what to wear and then puts on the first thing she looked at anyway. I have been married to her for 8 months. Good night. Good night. I need you to understand that I love her completely before I tell you what is in the photographs. Her name was Raina. Good night. Good night. We were together for 2 years. I was 23, she was 22, and from the outside it probably looked like any other intense young relationship. From the inside it was something else. Raina loved with a totality that was both the most extraordinary and most exhausting thing I have ever experienced. There was no halfway with her. No casual. No quiet. Everything was enormous. The good days were the best days of my life and the bad days were disasters, and the line between them could shift in a single moment over something I hadn't even registered as significant. I want to be careful about how I describe her because she is dead and she cannot defend herself, and I am aware that my perspective is only one perspective. What I will say is this: she needed more than I was able to give. I don't mean that as a criticism of her. I mean it as a plain statement of fact. She needed a level of certainty and presence and complete devotion that I was 23 years old and incapable of providing, and the gap between what she needed and what I had kept widening until I couldn't see across it anymore. I ended it on a Tuesday in March. 4 years ago now. Good night. Good night. She did not take it well. That is the most inadequate sentence I have ever written, and I know it, and I am going to leave it there anyway because the details belong to her and I am not going to put them here. What I will tell you is that 6 weeks after I ended it I got a phone call from her sister. Raina had been found in her apartment on a Thursday morning. Good night. Good night. She had been dead since Wednesday night. Good night. Good night. I will not describe what followed. Grief that wasn't mine to claim but that claimed me anyway. Guilt that I have carried in various forms for 4 years and will probably carry in various forms for the rest of my life. Therapy, which helped. Time, which helped less than people say it does, but more than nothing. I met Hannah 2 years later. I told her about Raina on our 4th date because it felt dishonest not to. Hannah listened the way she listens to everything, completely, without interruption, without judgment. When I finished she took my hand and said, "That wasn't your fault." I did not believe her. But I loved her for saying it. Good night. Good night. We got married 14 months later on a Saturday in September, and it was the best day of my life, and I mean that without qualification or asterisk. We honeymooned in Kyoto for 10 days. Good night. Good night. The photographs started on day 2. Good night. Good night. Hannah is the photographer between us. She has a mirrorless camera she's had for years, nothing professional, just a good camera she knows how to use, and she documents everything. Not obsessively. Just naturally, the way some people do, finding the frame in ordinary moments. She took maybe 200 photographs in Kyoto. Gardens, temples, food, the two of us in various combinations of tired and happy and overwhelmed by beauty. On the second evening she was going through the day's photos on the camera screen and she made a small sound, not alarmed, just curious, and showed me one. "Look at this one," she said. "Weird light. Good night. Good night." It was a photo of me standing in front of the Fushimi Inari gates. The red torii stretching back behind me into the tree line. Good photo. Hannah has a good eye. In the upper left corner, where the path curved away into the trees, there was a smear of light. White and vaguely vertical. The shape of something standing at the edge of frame. Lens flare, I said. Good night. Good night. There was no sun in that direction, Hannah said. But she scrolled on and I watched her move past it and I told myself she was right, it was just light doing something strange, cameras do that. I looked at the shape for another second before she scrolled. Good night. Good night. It was the right height for a person. Good night. Good night. I did not say this. Good night. Good night. There were 3 more that trip. Each one I found before Hannah did. I started checking the photos first when she handed me the camera, which I told myself was because I was interested and not because I was looking for something specific. The second, a photo of Hannah in a bamboo grove, laughing at something off frame. The white shape again, further back between the bamboo stalks. Still formless. Still vertical. Still the height of a person. The third, a photo of both of us taken by a stranger we'd asked, the standard tourist portrait, temple behind us, arms around each other, smiling. I looked at this one for a long time in the bathroom of our hotel room at midnight while Hannah slept. The shape was closer. Still white, still without features, but closer to the frame and less smeared, more solid at the edges, like something becoming gradually more itself. I deleted this one before Hannah saw it. I told myself I was protecting her from being unsettled by a camera artifact on our honeymoon. The fourth photo I also deleted. I am not going to describe what was different about the fourth photo except to say that by that point it no longer looked like a smear of light and I stood in the bathroom at 1 a.m. with my hands shaking and I looked at my own face in the bathroom mirror for a long time afterward. We flew home 4 days later. I told Hannah the rest of the trip was just a bad memory card. She believed me. She has no reason not to believe me. I bought her a new memory card at the airport. Good night. Good night. We have been home for 8 months. Good night. Good night. I need to tell you about the progression because the progression is the thing that has brought me to this point at 3 a.m. unable to sleep writing this on my phone. Month 1 and 2, nothing. I started to believe it had been the location, something specific to that place, and that we had left it there. I slept better. I was almost normal. Month 3, Hannah took photos at her work party. I checked them before she uploaded them. Third photo from the end, a group shot in a restaurant, Hannah in the center surrounded by colleagues. Far right edge of the frame. White shape. Closer than it had ever been in Kyoto. Close enough that I could see, and I want to be very precise here, the suggestion of a face. No features. Just the structure of a face. The shape a face makes. I deleted it. I said the photo came out blurry. Good night. Good night. Month 4, my brother's birthday dinner. Family photos. I checked every one. Nothing. I slept well for 3 weeks. Month 5, Hannah started a project photographing our neighborhood, just walking and shooting, a hobby thing. She uploads everything to her laptop and goes through it in the evenings. I started sitting with her when she does this. She thinks it's because I'm interested in her project. In a photo of our own street, our building visible, our window on the 3rd floor, the shape was standing on the pavement directly below our window. Looking up. I said I was tired and went to bed and lay in the dark for 4 hours. Good night. Good night. Month 6, the face had features. Good night. Good night. I don't want to write about month 6. Good night. Good night. Month 7 is when I understood that this was not random. Not location specific, not a camera fault, not my mind constructing patterns from light and shadow and grief and guilt. Month 7 is when I understood that she was getting closer on purpose. Good night. Good night. And month 7 is when the first photograph appeared showing something that had not happened yet. Hannah took a photo of our kitchen on a Tuesday morning. Documentary impulse, she does this, captures ordinary mornings, the coffee cups and the light. She showed it to me that evening because she liked the light in it. I looked at it for a long time. Good night. Good night. Raina was standing in the kitchen doorway. Good night. Good night. Not a smear. Not a shape. Not a suggestion. Standing in the doorway. Fully visible from the shoulders up, the rest of her obscured by the doorframe. Her face, her actual face, the face I knew for 2 years, turned toward the camera. Toward Hannah, who had been holding the camera. Her expression was the one she used to make when she was deciding something. Good night. Good night. I looked at this photograph and I felt 4 years of processed grief and managed guilt come completely undone in approximately 10 seconds. And then I noticed the other thing. Good night. Good night. On the kitchen counter in the photograph, between the coffee cups and the fruit bowl, there was a vase of white flowers. We do not own a vase of white flowers. We did not have a vase of white flowers on that Tuesday morning. I looked from the photograph to the kitchen counter, and the counter had the coffee cups and the fruit bowl and no vase, no flowers. I checked the date stamp on the photo. Tuesday. That morning. The kitchen we were standing next to. No vase. Good night. Good night. I did not delete this one. I copied it to my own phone and deleted it from Hannah's camera, and I have looked at it every day since. 3 weeks after the kitchen photograph, I came home from work to find Hannah arranging flowers in a vase on the kitchen counter. White flowers. Good night. Good night. The same vase. The same flowers. The exact arrangement from the photograph. Good night. Good night. I stood in the doorway, the same doorway, and I watched my wife put the last stem in and step back and say, "I found this at the market, isn't it pretty?" And I said, "Yes, it's pretty," and I did not tell her. I did not tell her because how do you tell someone that? How do you hand your wife a photograph of a dead woman standing in your kitchen and say she's coming, she's been getting closer for 8 months, she's in our home now, she wants something, and I think what she wants is for you not to be here anymore. I didn't tell her. Good night. Good night. I should have told her. Good night. Good night. Last Thursday Hannah took a photo of us. Just the two of us on the couch, the easy ordinary intimacy of a weeknight evening. She held the camera out and we leaned together and she clicked. She showed me the photo immediately after. Still on the camera, screen facing me. I looked at it for a long time. Good night. Good night. We are on the couch. We are smiling. Hannah looks exactly like herself. Good night. Good night. I look exactly like myself. Good night. Good night. Raina is standing directly behind the couch, one hand resting on Hannah's shoulder, face turned down toward Hannah with that expression, that deciding expression, and her other hand is raised and her fingers are in Hannah's hair, and Hannah cannot see any of this and is smiling at the camera completely unaware. This is the photograph I am looking at right now. Good night. Good night. This is the photograph that made me get out of bed at 3 a.m. and start writing. Good night. Good night. Because I have seen every stage of this progression. I have watched her go from a smear of light at the edge of a frame to a face in a doorway to a hand in my wife's hair. I have watched her get closer and more solid and more present and more deliberate over 8 months. And I have seen what the photographs show before it happens. Good night. Good night. The vase was in the photograph 3 weeks before it was in my kitchen. Good night. Good night. I need you to understand what I am saying. Good night. Good night. I am saying that the photograph I am looking at right now, Raina standing behind my wife with her hand in Hannah's hair, and that expression on her face is not showing me what is happening. It is showing me what is going to happen. Good night. Good night. And I do not know how long I have before it does. Good night. Good night. I have been sitting here for 2 hours trying to decide what to do. I have thought about telling Hannah everything. I have thought about leaving, taking Hannah somewhere, anywhere, away from whatever this is. I have thought about whether there is someone who deals with this, some person or practice or ritual that addresses what it means when the dead decide they are not finished. Here is what I keep coming back to. Good night. Good night. Raina loved completely. Totally. Without halfway. It was the thing that made her impossible to be with, and it was also the truest thing about her, and I am standing in the middle of the night holding a photograph of that love turned into something that wants my wife gone, and I feel underneath all the fear, underneath all the desperation, I feel the specific grief of understanding that she never stopped. She never stopped loving me. Good night. Good night. She just stopped being alive. Good night. Good night. And whatever she is now, whatever exists in the space between the lens and the light, it has been moving toward me for 8 months with the same totality it always had. The same completeness. The same inability to accept less than everything. I don't know how to fight that. Good night. Good night. I don't know if it can be fought. Good night. Good night. I am going to wake Hannah up in a few minutes. I am going to tell her I love her. I am not going to tell her why I need to say it at 3 a.m. because she will ask questions I cannot answer. Tomorrow I am going to figure out what to do. Good night. Good night. Tonight I am going to sit here and look at the photograph and try to memorize my wife's face the way it looks right now, smiling, unaware, completely herself before whatever comes next. I need her to stay exactly like this. Good night. Good night. I need her to stay. Good night. Good night. And that is where our story rests for tonight. Let your thoughts drift away, slow and easy. Good night. Sleep well.